So my guy's got a double neck guitar. One neck's the bass and one is a guitar. Because Marco. Make sense? Welcome back and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications because then, well, that'll help me out a lot and you'll get alerts as soon as these go live. Now we're back with another one from NIghtwish, which makes me ultra excited. Since day one, I've kind of been more and more noticing the pivotal role that Marco plays in the band. And as a result, as to me kind of calling out how special he is and some of the cool things he's done, particularly around his vocals, I've had more and more recommendations to look at songs that feature him as a standout or give him some kind of, let's say, screen time. So I put up a poll in the week, and thank you so much for taking part in that. Everyone was kind of saying, please do both, so we will do both, but just in terms of the order of which one to do first, there was kind of a majority vote to have a look at The Islander live at Tampere. I don't know how you say that correctly. I hope that's even close. And I believe that's in Finland, right? So yeah, that's what we're going to be looking at today. I'm super excited to do that. I can't wait to see kind of what he does when he's been given his own kind of moments in the sun, if you will. Please, just quick note, at the end of the song, I've got some comments on and questions on Poets and the Pendulum. So if you don't mind sticking around to help me out with those, that'll be great. But for now, NIghtwish The Islander live. Let's see what you got.
Joo, kyllä tää näyttää aika viihdyttävältä.
So my guy's got a double neck guitar. One neck's the bass and one is a guitar. Because Marco. Make sense?
Marko, kuka? Okei, joka tapauksessa tää on vakava tilanne. Täällä on 20 000 ihmistä ja risat. Ja sitten tässä on yksi mies ja kitara. No muut kurjat, luikerot veti itsensä tuonne taaksepäin ja jättää minut tänne viihdyttämään itsekseen tällaista laumaa.
Guys jokes, man.
Paras keksiä jotain. Vai? Okei, näin se menee. A gnome by a seashore at the end of day gazes the horizon with sea wind in his face. Tempest tossed silent, seasons all the same, anchorage and painted and a ship without a name.
I love how he's just out there alone, leg up on a box, just captivating this crowd of, as he said, over 20,000 people. He's just so comfortable out there and so commanding. Something cool that he's doing guitar-wise is when you strum, right? So you'll play a chord and you'll strum down through all 6 strings, but your first contact is normally with the top strings, the thicker strings. And what he's doing here is he's doing a kind of down, up, down strum pattern, but then to start one of the chords, I'm not sure if it's kind of the second or third in the progression, but he's doing an up strum, right? Which essentially is the same noise because it's the same chord, but the way that it's formed is very different. So when you strum down, it's all within a very short time, but you start out with a rumble and you get this brightness at the end. But when you strum up, particularly because of the angle that you pick up at, you generally miss the top 2, 3 sometimes strings, which are the thicker ones, and you end up with just this real brightness, and that adds this like percussive like joy to it. I think it's a very simple, small thing, but he's been very smart to do it because it creates this like, it helps you with the tempo, and it creates this kind of like folky bass for him to sing this really kind of wavy melody on top. I think it's very cool.
Sea without a shore for the vanished one unheard. He lightens the beacon light at the end of the world, showing their way, lighting hope in their hearts. Once in their travels go what from afar.
His fans love them. We all do.
Eli jos mä soitaisin kertosäkeen, niin te varmaan laulatte mukana. Laulatte? Okei, sit se vedetään. This is for long forgotten light at the end of the world. Horizon crying, the tears he left behind long ago.
He's doing a couple things there. Again, pretty standard techniques, but the way that he's combining them and the way that he's playing them makes the sound really like almost sad and romantic. That's what gives it that feel. And I'll just go back to show you and explain what they are, so then you'll be able to hear them. So the first one is hammer on and pull off. So a hammer on is where you are playing a chord, but maybe one of these fingers sort of hammers on and off the note. A pull off is when you hit and you kind of you pick it off as well. And it creates this like almost sadness because you're adding an extra dimension or an element to the note that previously wasn't there. He's also doing a lot of sliding. So in between all that, he's sliding between notes. And whenever you slide, you get kind of this shift in the melody. He's also doing some like almost like wiggle on some of the notes and bends to get that vibrato. So he's making use of quite a lot of standard techniques to add a lot of character to a piece. He's also doing some finger picking in between, finger picking and strumming. So he's alternating a lot of different things. It's not very easy to do, but also take a look at, I noticed it earlier, but I didn't want to say anything earlier in case it wasn't true, but when they zoom out, take a look at, he's hardly ever looking down at the neck of the guitar. Most guitarists, even good ones, will look down to reset the caliber of where they are on like a chord progression. The guitar is an extension of this man, bass or otherwise. He is very comfortable. Music is in him. This is what he was born to do. Almost sounds like a pirate song.
The albatross is flying, making him daydream. Time before he became one of the worlds on sea. Princess in the tower, children in the fields. Light gave him it all, and I know the universe.
The bit that when he goes into more of the finger picking stuff, I'm just so impressed by how the quality of his lower register in his voice when he's more subdued and more subtle. Very good singer.
Now his love's a memory, ghost in the fog, sets the sails from last and saying farewell to the world. Anchor to the water, see it far below, rustle in his feet and a smile beneath his brow. This is for long forgotten, light at the end of the world. Horizon crying, the tears he left behind long ago.
That gave me chills actually, because I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense that the band would join him at some points in the song, but I got chills. That was really beautifully done. I'm going back. Is that our boy Troy?
So long ago.
That woodwind just coming through with the subtleties of the notes drifting. And there's our man. To a miss. Oh god, they're all here. I'm digging the makeup. So good. my god, this is cool. Oh wow. Okay, this is beautiful. First of all, when you're a bassist, but you're also such a good singer that you've got Fleur backing you up as your backup singer, that is a fire move. Them singing together, I kind of said it before and I made a joke about it, like, name a better vocal pairing. They are so good. I mean, it's probably because they are such good singers and they have such a good understanding, but when you sing harmonies, you're not there's a lot of confusion, or at least there was with me when my first introduction happened with harmonies and I was kind of figuring things out. They're not singing exactly the same melody at different octaves or different different tones. They are the person who provides the harmony underneath or above, or someone has to kind of sing it almost flat. And I don't mean flat in terms of it sounds flat. I mean they strip out some of the melody, and that's how you create some of the difference within that. And that was absolutely, I have to, I'm not even sorry, I don't even care, I have to go back to hear that again, because this woodwind that he's doing, what is that? Because that's not a flute. A flute is, it's whatever he's doing, just keep doing it.
This is for long forgotten, light at the end of the world.
See how she dipped the melody off there.
Eyes are crying, the tears are left behind so long ago. Oh yeah. So long ago.
You know what? I almost forgot about the string elements to this. I mean, I'm hearing it, but I'm so captivated by everything else that's going on. I just need to credit to other very important people right now, because the drummer is doing such a fantastic reserve job. When you strip back the drums so much, where you basically are hitting some toms, you're doing some kick work, but you've got a shaker, and maybe you're doing slight cymbal touches, maybe a bit of hi-hat. It's so easy to get that balance wrong, and he just isn't. He's just machine-like driving that home. And then Tuomas, part of his magic is that he's so. This is the biggest compliment I can pay anybody. Forget the ability, forget the technical, forget all that. His understanding and dedication to writing great songs is so high up on his list. In fact, so much so at the top, that he will take a back seat and he will take no glory to make sure that the song sounds the way it should for the people who love their music. And that is remarkable. No, it's it's a terrible joke. He is a true lover of music. I'm so glad they all came in. I don't know if you've ever tried to do like shaker work. It's not as easy to get it consistent as you think it is. He's playing. I see. Sorry, I'm talking over the vocals. I don't want to do that. He's playing with those kind of big, almost marching band drumsticks that have got the big fluffs on the end, which is what gives those toms and the floor tom and everything such a big, booming sound. Yeah, that was really beautiful. when you're reacting to a song and you're enjoying it as much as I enjoy these, it is somewhat painful to pause and break the flow. But that's the point of these. You guys have heard these songs hundreds of times. If I know the Nightwish Army, more than 100 times. And I'd like to think of my role in this as sharing that joy with you and providing a deeper layer of understanding from my experience, and potentially education in some instances of how things could have been done or why things could have been done. And I think that's where the true value of a channel like this can be seen. So yeah, I love that. I absolutely enjoyed that. Thomas, you can just see he feels every note he plays. If it's painful, you can see it in his face. If it's joyful, you can see him celebrating. He may as well be one of the instruments, but the standout star, of course, is Marco here. And he's not, when I say he's brave, I don't just mean he's brave in the sense that he walks out into the middle and plays in front of a group of people. Loads of musicians do that, but the way that he does it, his small mannerisms, how comfortable he is doing it is just a joy to watch. And he is a fantastic professional musician. Really enjoyed that, and I thought it was an incredibly beautiful melody. It's something super peaceful, and again, something very different to what I remember of theirs. Now, I did say at the beginning there were going to be some notes or questions on Poet and the Pendulum. I think we're about there. I think we could, by the judging of some of your comments, we could probably dive into that, but there are a couple of things I want to clear up first. I want to make sure that I do it right. You only get one go at this, and that's kind of why I've been holding out. It's certainly not to try and tease and be deceptive anyway. It's more just to make sure that I do all the preparation I need to, and that's why I have a few questions. So the first is, I know that the whole song, based on your comments, I know that the song has a lot to do with, I guess, the exiting of the previous singer, and how there was a letter that was kind of handed to her. So I know I need to read the letter. I think they made it like public, right? And my first question is, do I need to listen to one of the older songs with the older singer? Will that give me more of an emotional context? Will that allow me to will that empower me to get it in a deeper level? Because I think that's important. The other thing is, I believe there was a documentary where Floor joined in the band, and she had like 2 days or something to, I think it's like 48 hours or something to learn the set list. I think that's actually what it's called. So should I watch that? Is that gonna be something that's gonna be helpful? I'm not necessarily gonna do a reaction on the documentary, and I'm not gonna necessarily do a reaction on the letter. These are just things that I'll do in my own time to help prep me for the song. I'm very excited, but I want to do it right, and I want to pay it the respect it deserves, and I don't want to be and this is not pointing fingers at anyone, but I don't want to be a reactor who jumps on a song that is so important to the fans strictly for views. I'd rather do the right thing and take my time doing it. So I hope you guys understand that, and I hope you can help me out with those, because I'm kind of following your lead on it, which is why I'm putting out polls and asking you to take part in things. So thank you so much. Loved that. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, big fan of that, as always. Until the next one, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.